Hey, my babies, how are you? Happy Friday, my loves, and you know that you won't see me Saturday or Sunday. I don't do anything because then, my little crumb snatchers will be home with their mama. So, and they make a lot of noise, a lot of noise because they spoiled. So, before I start this reading arc on Carlee Russell, please like, comment, share, and subscribe and smash that thumbs up, my loves. First, we're going to see the energy around this girl. And let me say this, okay? This whole situation is messy. It's a shame and a scandal. And if nobody say anything to her, you know you dead wrong. But that's my opinion. And y'all know what I say about opinions. Opinions are like, we all have one. All right, my babies, before I get into the questions, you already know that we're going to pull out the words of truth for her because that's the only way that we can go about this, right? Is with the words of truth. Where did I put my Florida water bottle? All right, well, I'm just going to use this one. So, this has been an emotional roller coaster with this girl. I think we all feel like we're an emotional roller coaster. But let me tell you what she has done, right? So, you know, forbid there is a girl that's on a road that needs help and sees something that's there, right? Are the police going to believe it? No. Because she pulled the move of the little girl that cried wolf, my loves. And once they pull the move of the little girl who cried wolf, there it goes right there. You're searching up how to take money out of cash registers. How old do you have to be on an Amber Alert to issue an Amber Alert? Do you have to pay for an Amber Alert? You're looking up bus searches. Matter of fact, I think I got it on my other phone because my daughter had gave it to me. Because she was like, Mom, look. Wait a minute, my loves. Listen to this before we start, okay? Let me go over there. And I'm using this under fair use, my loves. All right, so I think it was the third one, if I'm not mistaken. Give me 1 second, my babes.
On the interstate, made her get up in her time to rest. Detectives continue analyzing data from Carlee's cell phone that was left behind at the scene. We enlisted the help of the United States Secret Service.
Now this is a timeline of her search history.
Several internet searches in the days leading up to her disappearance that I think are very relevant to this case. On July 11th at 7:30 a.m., the term "you have to pay for an Amber Alert" was searched. On July 13th at 1:03 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term "how to take money from a register without being caught" was searched. On July 13th at 2:13 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term "Birmingham bus station" was searched. On July 13th, 2:35 a.m., a search for a one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville was conducted, giving her time to rest. Detectives continue analyzing data from Carlee's cell phone that was left behind at the scene. We enlisted the help of the United States Secret Service in conducting this analysis.
Really? Y'all heard what I heard. And this was a press conference. Really? Really, Carlee? So let's just see the energy around it and what's going to be basically the outcome of it. Because this little girl needs to go to jail. I don't care what nobody says. When you play games like this, you need to go to jail. Why isn't she in jail already? That's the question. No, it's not feel sorry because guess what? She didn't feel sorry for all the people who panicked, all the people who were so worried about her. All the people, it's a lot of people who say they wasn't even looking for her. They was looking for that baby because, she said that it was this type of baby. Yeah, that's probably right. But there was so many people worried about her. There was a lot of mothers that was worried about her, right? Then you know how they do the donors who donate money. It was like $62,000. So you know, one of those people who have funded the $62,000 is refunding people back their money because they don't want to be part of no hoax scam, nothing. Which I can't blame them. Can you? So we already know it was no baby. So it's not even no question to ask that, right? And her parents, they know. We're going to get into that. But let's see the energy around her. I'm a guy at there for a minute because you know she got me 38 hot. Because let it have been one of mine. All right, I love Carlee Russell. You know I go from the bottom. So completion came in reverse. So we know that's not the end of this whole investigation. So if everybody think it's the end, no, it's not. They're still looking. I'm going to stop right here. All right, my baby. And then we're going to get, let's see, first card. Oh, she was happy. But you see, there is no joy no more. She's not smiling. You see, it's in reverse. It's nothing to smile over. You know, you pulled a little move trying to get what you wanted to get and get to who you wanted to get to. And you thought this was the most brightest idea in the world. You thought that nobody would figure it out. Mm-hmm. She felt like she had the upper hand when she was doing all this. Differences. So, you know, it's a lot of differences going on, differences of opinions. People are feeling some type of way. You know, are they liking the things that people are saying? Of course, they don't like the things that people are saying, but the things that people are saying, most of it is true. All of it isn't. But, you know, it's mostly everybody's opinion. So, everybody needs to look at the original that made her go here and made her even think about doing something like that, right? Now, this is the energy around. Now she's scared. Are you scared now, huh? You scared now. You wasn't scared then, but you're scared now. Okay, her mother. Let's get some confirmation of what her mother is feeling. So this is coming through that her mother is feeling something. Her mother is saying something to her. So let's get some clarification on what her mother is feeling. All right, my loves? All right. Oh, oh. Wait a minute. That's a lot. That was a lot. Did y'all see that? All right, come on. Verification of what Carlee Russell's mother is feeling. Carlee Russell. Wait a minute. Hold on, my love. Hold on for 1 minute. All right, my baby. Come back. All right, so we're getting into what does Carlee mother, what is she saying? What is she feeling? Because I'm picking up she is not too happy. All right, I'm just going to take it. It didn't fell out again. Okay, so the first card, we have the Page of Wands. So the mother's trying to find optimism about this whole situation, right? At first, her mother was looking at it on the side of my daughter's so courageous and da 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 da. Until more of this has come through. She knows that her daughter will face judgment, right? She know a lot of people are now waking up to the story of what her daughter has done. A lot she's hoping that people will forgive her daughter because judgment is also talks about forgiveness. Like, please forgive my daughter, but how can we the people forgive your daughter for the things that she has done? Like it I don't care what she was trying to do, what she's done was wrong. And now, also with judgment, is like I said, awakening. Everybody is opening up their eyes. She doesn't like that people are snapping judgments to her daughter, but what else can you do? Then we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. She looked at it. She's like, okay, you didn't, you couldn't figure out something else. Because the Ace of Swords in reverse talks about lack of ideas, right? A failure, what she did fell in her little situation, and it also gives hostility and clarity to the situation. So her mother is very, very pissed. Okay, so then we have the Four of Wands in reverse. Her mother is very unhappy. Her family is very unhappy. They, so at least we know they're not going along with it. Then we have the Chariot in reverse. So her mom is like, you know better. You have no self control. She's showing like a lot of aggression towards her child, and her mother is being blocked now by certain things, like people don't want to touch her. But can you blame? It's a lot of conflict with the Five of Wands. It's a lot of conflict and fightings and arguments going on between her, going on battling. It's like, why did you do this? Why did you bring this to our family? You know better. So then we have the Nine of Pentacles, right? And it talks about prosperity and stability, but in this case, it's a lot of instability. We give you the freedoms that you want. We give you, everything you want. Why would you do this to us? Then we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So we already know that it's a lot of disorder, which the Wheel of Fortune talks about in reverse. Like, she sees that her daughter has disrupted the world and that it's unwelcome and change coming, and they're about to face some setbacks. But her mom also has the star energy, hoping that we could just get through this, and it comes to calm. And her mom is hoping, wishing, and praying that this goes a whole nother way than what it's going right now. But I'm sorry to say, man, people are going to feel some type of way because they're already upset. She has very undermining energy right now. Carlee's not listening to nobody and she doesn't care. So it's saying that it's indulgences there in her life. So let's see. Let's get some clarity on the indulgences there. Can you clarify indulgences for Carlee Russell? Clarify indulgences. Oh, money. She's very defensive. Like disobedient. We have the Three of Swords that has in reverse, it has fallout, recent pain, depression. Mom is very upset. Her mom is going to stand her ground too. Is she doing any indulgences? There's a lot of yeses on this table. This girl's about to be. She's not going to be employed anymore. She's going to lose her job, and she has a lot of fear and anxiety with the Nine of Swords. But you should be scared, little girl. But just know that she does tinkle and tatter with a couple of indulgences. But young people do most of the time. But are you surprised? No, I'm not really. All right, next card. Yeah, we see. We see all that, my love. So, my love, what do I always tell you? Look into the definition of what the words are, right? So authenticity means validity. What's the validity to her, to what she has said, right? What's the legitimacy to what she has said? Null and void, right? We're finding out the truth of the whole situation, right, my love? Like her has fell through the floor. I'll put it to you like that and being nice. Yes, she does need psychiatric help. She needs to sit down on that couch. Because she doesn't look like she's delusional. That's why this is in reverse. But she is delusional. Because you know how some people see that there's nothing wrong? Look, you see what card is in reverse. So you already know that she's not calling. And listen, listen. God is not involved in no mess, okay? Sacrifice is in reverse. So let's get some clarification. What is sacrifice? I feel like she sacrificed her family. She sacrificed a lot. A lot. Because nobody's going to ever trust you again. But let's get some clarity on sacrifice. You clarify sacrifice. Yeah, people are going to doubt her. They're going to gossip about her. They're not going to be willing to deal with her at all. They have no hope in her anymore. Everybody's focusing on the negative. They have lack of faith. They have lack of inspiration in her. Like they just don't. She sacrificed everything, all the good that people seen in her. She sacrificed it because now people don't see any good in her anymore. The spirit is trying to tell us like whatever doubt that people had about her before this even happened is alerted even more. Any faith that they had put in this girl before is no longer there. Everything that they thought about her before is set in stone, which is very, very, very bad. Because once people come up with and you pick the inappropriate place to say where you was, there's a lot of things that had put a lot of put holes in her story. Addiction, and I'm picking up addiction of a boy. Addiction of money. Let's see, let's get some clarity. Is this addiction for a man? Because that's what they're saying this is behind. Some boy. Let's get some clarity. Yep. So we have Judgment came in reverse. Yeah, this is about some boy. The star. And so whoever this boy she was addicted to or focusing on, the moon in reverse. We got more secrets that's about to come out on whoever this boy is. Deception, truth, regaining composure, luck. She put a lot of pain, folding your beliefs, giving in, giving up. She admitting defeat. Girl, was it worth it? Was it worth it? Was it worth it? She wants people to have sensitivity for it because you know they're going to try to push the tuta loca. So she was inspired with her little story to run away and have that fairy tale life, right? But she was rebellion. That's why she did it. Does it surprise you? I already told you what this is basing around. She's withholding more information. So we don't have the full entire story. We just got in little bits and pieces. It's a lot of pain in her family, and her family wants a resolution. When the Earth card comes, it's like want everybody to come back down and stop being so upset, and let's see what is the next thing we could do to help this girl come back down to earth. But it's nothing that we could do to help her because you already had, you know, the world on high alert, my love. There has been all types of light shed to this whole situation. And she felt like it was the right, appropriate time to do what she did. Abundance. Money behind this also. She feels like she has the appropriate relationship with that certain person. So let's get more clarity on this appropriate relationship. Appropriate relationship. Oh, so it's an illusion, deception, misconception. So before I lose you, let me try to do something. I hope that I can, like, this gave her inspiration to try to get this boy. She was thinking positive, running out on faith. Wow. Recovering, improving, letting go of negativity and stress. So if we run away and I run away with you, everything can turn out different. Wow. Wow. Yes, honey, there is instability in your brain. Now I see why psychological assessment has come out, because this girl is not dealing with a full deck of cards, my baby. She has a fear of the unknown. Integrity is in reverse, so you already know it's more truth coming out. Peace is in reverse, so you already know that it's no peace. I already told y'all that home is in an uproar, and she thought that she was going to be successful with this whole, but we already know that it went in the gutter, right? So let's pull out this, and then we're going to shut it down because we already know. So we know there's more things coming out. The way that she wanted this fairy tale to end, it did. And just know that she's not dealing with a full deck. Her parents want everybody to come back and forgive her. But it's hard to forgive something like this, right, my love? All right, so let's see. Carlee Russell. Miss Carlee Russell. Oops. People want to start protesting because they want to see something done. There's people who are like, I want you to be in trouble for what you've done. You're not going to get away with this. It's a lot of people who are very, very angry. So we have indulgence. Like I said, she did this, and indulgence is also interaction, right? So she wanted to interact with this certain person, who I believe we will find out soon who this person is. This person brings her a lot of happiness. This is why she thought of this idea, which was a brainless idea. But I'm picking up that. Okay, I'm gonna stay quiet on that one. We're going to use that for the next reading. Carlee Russell. Okay. All right. Yep. She had the harebrained idea. This was all her. She thought that she was going to have sweet dreams, early nights, and fucking. Oops, sorry. She's going to be comfortable doing this. She is not apologizing to nobody. You see how it's in reverse. She's not going to do it. I'm picking up like she's not feeling guilty right now. But what I will tell you is that she's feeling embarrassed, but she's not feeling guilty. You know how those young girls, they're like, whatever, it is what it is type energy. Friendship. So she didn't think of this all by herself. She did have somebody doing this harebrained scheme. So somebody else knew. I will not say, let me get some clear. I don't believe that her parents knew about it. I will not say that her parents knew about this. They knew afterwards, but did she talk to someone else before she went through with this plan? It's a lot of conflict. I'll tell you like that with the father. All right, so we have the Three of Swords. We have the King of Cups. She talked to one person. It wasn't a whole bunch of people. But whoever she talked to told her this was not a good idea. It was a female that told her this wasn't a good idea. That you're going to upset a lot of people. You whoever this girl is, she is an emotionally stable person with the King of Cups energy. And she told her, you pull this move, it's going to be a lot of conflict, and people are going to judge you. So whoever she was talking to, like I said, it was one person. There wasn't a lot of people that know about it. It was one. It's a female that she was talking to. So the female had told her, don't do this, Carlee. Think about what you're doing. So whoever that is, kudos to you, my love, because you tried to warn her. All right, let's see what we get with my Carlee Russell. Carlee Russell. Yeah. She exploited a lot of people. People feel like, that she did exploit a lot of people because people are out there worried about her. And right now she feels like it's unfair of how people are passing judgment on me. That's how she's feeling right now. This is her energy too. Nah, 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 boo, boo, fuck you. Oops, I'm sorry. I try to watch my language, but that's the type of energy. Like she's very stubborn. She's very she's arrogant. She's one of those little girls that thinks she is hot. So let me see this. When her parents did their interview, did they know? Let me ask that question. When her parents did their interview, did they know that Carlee was lying? When her parents did the first interview, did they know that Carlee was lying? That she was not being truthful? Yep. Yep. They was trying to fight in her corner. They was trying to protect her and be defense. They was trying to defend their child. They was trying to take the high road and maintain control. That's why they did that interview, but they knew that she was lying. I had a couple of more questions. Oh, so when they said in the release, the news release, that she had to search for how to use steal from a register and not be caught, was her intentions to steal from her job's cash register? Did she steal from? Yeah, she did. The emperor reverse. The full. Yeah. She had abuse of power, lack of discipline, lack of control. This is all her energy. Yep, she looked it up and she took from that cash register and she had plans of moving, adventure, moving forward, not being caught. But this how she's feeling now, like in the family, like lost, despair, grief. She feels like a lot of people have abandoned her. She traumatized a lot of people. And there is a lot of unwelcoming change that's about to come because the focus is on the negative of what you've done. That's all. I mean, how much can we say? Let me see this. Will Carlee face any possible jail time? Let's find that out. You already had that card. I picked it up. Will Carlee face jail time or repercussions behind what she did? All right, so we have the strength in reverse, which is a yes card, which is vulnerability, weakness. All right, so this is returning. This is another yes. So we have the Eight of Wands, which is another yes card. Returning from travel, which when she supposedly got that didn't happen. She returned home in hot misuse, manipulative, lack of emotion, and control. She's going to be in trouble for this. So if you think that she's not, we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. She will, because she disrupted the world. Okay, she disrupted the world. She was out of order. She was out of control. She had a lot of people worried, and it's a whole bunch of unwelcome change coming in her life. So if you think that she is not going to get in trouble for this, they will do something to her. I don't feel like it's going to be to as much as people believe that she should get in trouble for it, but she will be bought. She will get popped for it. Because Alabama doesn't want to sit there and look like the monkey donkey school. I put it to you like that. So this girl is she needs to sit on that couch. You need to sit on that couch because, like I said, you're the girl who cried wolf now, and it's not a good thing. So it's a lot of people who knew her. They was like, I said, I told you this girl was like this, but you didn't want to believe me. Mm-mm. All right, my loves, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Next is the Tina Knowles and Richard Lawson. We're going to see what's going on in their marriage, in their relationship, because you already know she disrespected her husband to the 10th power. So we're going to look into that, my loves. Okay? Please like, comment, share, subscribe, smash that like button. And if you're not subscribed, I ask you to, please. And thank you, my loves. Everybody have a good weekend. I send virtual hugs and kisses to all my loved ones. And please be safe. Okay? And I will see you Monday.